everybody, back to you again. So part 2. Now you have your base and you have some scrap pieces on the right hand side, and make sure you have written down your word in here, so to remind you of. What do I mean by mirror image? I'm going to show you here. As I talk to you, I would like to use these shapes to replace the word on this part at the top. So basically, before I put it down using the glue, I'm just going to put it down and see how much I want to put. Maybe I want it like tilted or whatever you want. And maybe I want it like a bit tilted like this. And then for the stroke, remember, we have to make it in a reverse. So originally, the stroke is in this directions, right? Since we have to reversing it, that means I have to reverse it like this. So I'm going to put my stroke up to here. Understand? And for this stroke, the like Chinese number 1 here is just a horizontal line. So think about it, rather than you just put some maybe horizontal line like this, like a pieces like this. Think about, is it any images that remind you of the stroke? To me, I felt like in my family or in my life, I got lots of obstacles in my life. So those are the little pieces representing obstacle in my life. So what I did is I just used the scrap pieces which I've cut already, and so I just lay all these obstacles in here to resemble the stroke, this stroke in here for a minute. So if you like it, then you just place it on it. And I want to have a stroke on it. And why I want to put a stroke in here, that resemble, no matter how, I will break through all these obstacles in my life. That's why I want to have this stroke in here. And the second reason why I do that, because I give it my Collagraph and more texture, so at the end it will look more interesting. It's not as boring as you think about it. So now, then you're going to do the rest of it. If you still remember, what I did is, we need to do a reverse image, right? So rather than for this stroke from the top left to the right, like this, so we have to reverse it. That means I'm going to do it in this way, right? Okay, so for the main part of the body part of the Chinese word ga, and we have to do the reversal. So what that means is, rather than do this way, we're going to put it in this way. And so just keep building up your words slowly. The reason why I didn't put the glue, because I can still fix it, right? Understand? So I can still fix it whatever I want until you're satisfied with your overall design. Then you can gently use the glue and glue them down one by one. All right? So that's kind of somehow what I want to put it in my work. So because of the time, I already prepared one that I've done. Look at this one. If you see both of it, there are a little bit of difference here. You see, I got some texture here, because Collagraph is all talking about texture, right? So after you have the base in here, you can think about adding some texture stuff that you have it at home. Like in this case, I have some tissue paper, okay, which I scramble up and then I glue it on with the glue. So if you find at the end, why this is shiny, this is not, because we have to provide a waterproofed surface area to work with, so that you work with the print later on in the press. So the trick is, after you glue them down, like what I did here, I'll just show you a little bit. So after I satisfied with my design, then I just put a lot of glue, make sure that lots of it, and then you press it down hardly so it's not moving. Wait for about maybe about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you can just leave this part and you can keep working on the rest. After you finish it, the whole thing, and the whole thing actually is more than 5 minutes, that means it's dry already. Then the last step is put a lot of glue. Imagine this is a piece of bread, and this is your maybe the sauce that you like, maybe peanut butter, whatever. So just as what I did is, you just put lots of glue on top of it, like you spreading some sauce onto your jam. Now the best tool is your finger. So now you just spread them out nice and evenly. Okay, So you will find that it's got a very sticky surfaces, that's right. So make sure you get all the glue in all those corner and bits. The reasons why we need to put so many glue, as I talk about it, you have to provide a waterproof surfaces so that later on we have to wash our plate and change color, and our plate will stay still. All right. So you find that right now I already spread the top part. It's very lots of glue, and that's right. This is what we have to do. But make sure in some area, the small area here, spread the glue away, because I want to keep this part flat. If you just leave it like this, then that will become a part of your texture for your work, depending what do you want. Okay, maybe I don't want it, then I just make sure all those corner, I really take away the glue. The glue shouldn't just stick on the corner. All right, understand? Is that clear? So have fun and enjoy finishing your Collagraph, so that you can bring it back to school and then we can work on the printing part. Thanks for watching. See you.